Right. Heidi ho! I am the woman Tammy selling green glass bottles for some reason. It's Myles. And I'm here with Jake and Amber.
Oh, work, bitch.
Wow, we're really scraping that barrel.
We're running out. Eventually, it's just going to be Thorgy going, yes. And we're also joined by Amber.
Hello. Hi.
This is Questions and Queer-ies, the podcast where three queer folks talk about whatever they want to talk about. And today, we're going to talk about Drag Race Season 14, Episode 5, Save a Queen. What are our thoughts?
Good challenge. It's about time we give recognition to the early outs. This was a great way to them, I feel like, put the testers out to see if an early out season is worthwhile for them. So I think this was a really great way to start it.
I definitely think this is a precursor to an early outs all-stars.
That'd be really
cool.
No,
I do think that's happening soon, and I'm really excited if it is. And it seems like some of them are ready for it. We'll get to it.
Yeah. But let's just jump into it. Channeling my best Philip DeFranco today.
Okay.
So Alyssa Hunter has sashayed away.
She done did. She
unwrapped the bar. Willy Wonka didn't pop out. There was no golden ticket. The chocolate sent the girl packing.
And she took her inner saboteur of a money gun with her.
Oh, that
was
money
rough.
gun.
That was rough.
What if the money gun was the villain of the season?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
It kind of is already, so
Next thing you know, there'll be a confession of just a money gun on the chair and then just a shady rattlesnake noise play.
Oh my god, that would be so great.
Well, so we get Carrie Colby holding up that dress still, talking about how if the judges want scary Carrie, they're about to get scary Carrie.
Scary Carrie.
And all I could think of was Rick and Morty. It's scary Carrie, bitch.
Oh. See, all I could think of was Carrie White eats shit, Plug it up, plug it up, plug it up.
So we didn't get much in terms of like immediate night of conversation. So we'll roll right into next morning in the workroom.
Yeah.
All the dolls will walk in, cat, kitty, cat, cat, cow. And they suddenly realize they're missing someone.
Who are we missing?
I want to know what is Deja pointing at in this photo.
Look over there.
Oh yeah, I wonder what they're pointing at.
Pointing at some random person. Oh wait, it's cornbread.
Nope.
So
that is just a suitcase.
Rue walks into the workroom and says, "Bet you're wondering where your girl is," and plays a video message. Turns out Cornbread had a hairline fracture on her ankle. Her uncle went cleek.
Her uncle
went cleek.
Ouch.
And she was doing too much with that table in the last challenge and has ended her own chances at this competition.
I'm pretty sad about this.
You know what's really distressing though is that there has been every time a queen gets sent home for medical reasons, there's and they have an open invitation for the following season. They didn't say it this time.
But they didn't do it with Victoria either. Remember Victoria Scone when Victoria Scone was gone? They didn't say anything about it either. And I'm interesting. Are they trying to pull a fast one on us? Like, what are they doing?
They're just setting up an entire season of girls who could participate in a class action lawsuit.
All-Star season is just going to be girls who injured themselves.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that would actually be kind of great. They should do that.
Where there's a paramedic on the judging panel.
Yeah. And Jenna Rue Hospital, seriously.
Farmer Rusical Part 2.
Oh my god.
Really sad moment. What's sadder is Cornbread had the nerve to make this video and not make her bed in the background.
Honestly, girl.
Right. Yep.
We see you.
Yep.
So, honestly, I think what killed me the most about this was that she took the opportunity to give advice to the girls who were still there, including telling Willow's.
Only the one she liked.
Well, she talked to Jasmine. She told Willow to throw those flip-flops in the trash.
Yep.
Right.
We respect it.
And like this is a sad moment because I fully expected her to make it to the end.
Yes.
However,
me too.
I do think all the other girls had a sigh of relief because they all knew it too. And they kind of all realized they all moved up a spot, basically.
Yep.
So we find out that the girls are going to be going into 3 teams this week, and we get a mini challenge / placement challenge.
Best way we can make Maddie uncomfortable challenge.
Yep.
Where the girls have to pop and thrust balloons on the pit crew.
This was so great to watch. It gave me so much serotonin. You have no idea.
This was wild.
I loved Deja doing the whole da 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 da, da, and then just completely fucking it up. Like that's the energy that I embody. So I felt seen.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like icon. We've all been there.
But we have to talk about
maybe not Amber, but we've all been there, you know.
The 2 best.
So first up, Maddie walking up. I fully was like, is this just an extra bonus content of broke straight boys? Because like, what is happening here? Because Bryce is also straight. And so I'm like, this is wild.
You get a subtitle with straight boys messing around.
Oh my God.
You ever heard the term gay for pay?
And then Georges
has never topped a thing in her life.
That was so funny.
Nothing in her damn life.
Georges is a pillow princess because even a bottom got to do something, but she just lays there and you know it. Like,
oh my gosh.
Like, at that point, just put the balloon behind you and ask Bruno to finish it. Like
honestly, just like turn it all around. But
I
just
turn the wigs around, Dina.
I think what I love more in these screen grabs than the queens that are having to pop the balloons is Lady Camden.
Yep, I was gonna say
wildly uncomfortable.
Yep.
Also, we don't have a clip for this, but they ended up with Angie and Orion doing it last as like a double, right?
Yes.
And Orion just went right in, which is a bang. And I was like, okay, like this is more masculine energy than I ever felt from you the entire season. Go off.
Yeah.
Right, we really managed to sort the queens into tops and bottoms better than Snatch Game ever could.
Awkward.
So we find out that they've been sorted into these 3 teams because for the Maxi Challenge this week, they're going to be creating public service announcements for the Save a Queen Foundation.
Right.
Where first outs are given just a little extra screen time.
First out comes out the tallest, oldest bitch of the season ever, Tempest de Jour.
Tempest de Jour walks out. I'm like, oh shit, did they bring back Matt Eisman?
Oh my gosh. And the best part is Tempest had the same shirt Daya has in her confessional.
Wearing the same shirt.
I saw that. I know, I left the comment. Is this going to be me in 25 years?
Daya can only wish you'd be so pretty. But also this lime green cardigan on top of it, looking like everyone's favorite uncle at the reunion.
That's the gunkle right there.
Yep, there she is.
Yeah.
And then next out is James Mansfield. She came in first.
I'm so happy to see James Mansfield back on my TV.
It made me so happy.
This is what I've been waiting for.
I don't think you understand, Amber. James Mansfield is in my top 10 queens of all times. And this is a lot because she's the first out. I love James Mansfield. I love this like I just almost stopped the wine out of my hand. I love this bitchy airhead shtick that she does as her drag character. And it's just there, you can tell there's a lot being thought about to make this character work, but it comes across as like really dumb. I think it's great.
I think of the first outs, she is one of the most beloved.
I will say, if they ever do a first out season, James and Layla are going to eat, and it's going to be them in the top 2, 1,000%.
So obviously I haven't seen them do a lot of drag, but based on this episode, I'm sorry, you guys are not going to like this opinion. I could not stand her. Like, she annoyed the shit out of me.
The voice is definitely
like just like the whole thing,
experience.
like just the whole vibe. But again, I've never seen her do drag before until this episode, and even then it was like barely anything. So
I think Myles is having a stroke.
I'm
sorry.
Disgusted. I am revolted. I have dedicated my
what?
entire life to our Lord Jesus Christ, and this is the things I get.
Wow. Favorite vines coming when? I will say I love Tempest du Jour. However, I don't think she still got some cooking to do in terms of like drag race drag.
I will say her confessionals were up and at it this episode. Like, she gave good confessionals.
I enjoyed watching her. Yeah.
James came to play because James's original run, she was really small, mild-mannered, and was a little
James
shy.
was a nasty bitch.
She was nasty this season. Like, and I loved it. Like,
and I think that's why I didn't like her. I was like, damn, you're just like coming in hot. Like, who are you?
You don't understand this is progress for her. This is a good thing for her.
Okay.
She's more comfortable with herself.
Before we forget, we have to talk about From the House of Hall,
Chicago's
Mackie Doll, serving beats and face. She's the most glamorous in this race. Kimora Hall is back in the workroom.
We were rooting for her.
I love that. I was
rooting for you.
Girl had a whole season to work on that, and she still couldn't.
She still can't do it. I was like, ma'am, did you never watch that clip? Like, what the heck?
If that were me, I would have gone back to the hotel and found a way to watch that damn video that night. Like, I would have bribed somebody. I would call a producer up, be like, hey, bring me someone's phone. I need to learn this.
Yeah. It's also, how do you not know Tyra's most iconic moment? Like, I don't get it. Like, how do you, not just as a gay person, but as a drag queen who you are sort of a scholar of queer culture and upholding queer values, do you not know Tyra's biggest moment? Like, what?
Right. Like, I feel like Maddie could perform that line.
Right. And that's sad.
Yeah.
I will say one more thing of me praising James Mansfield,
let's hear
to the much chagrin of Amber, apparently, is there's a moment when Orion was like really struggling with the line, and then James goes, "Ooh, get ready to go home, girl." And I was like, James, get her.
She'd know.
Get her. She knew.
Get her, James.
Get her, James.
Right. Oh.
So they split into their teams and they start writing. Tempest, again, I just wasn't feeling it with Tempest in the writing. It felt like Tempest was just trying to like really bank on being old.
But I think that's what you need to do. Like, if you're Tempest and you're the first out, what else do you have to fall back on? Basically, you got beaten by a bearded hoe and that she called you old. Like, that's all you really had.
Yeah.
So if you really only had so much airtime, use what you got.
I do think that after this episode, Tempest du Jour has gotten more screen time than Candy Ho.
It's not very hard when you get the purple edit of the season.
Right, when you get the Candy Who edit.
Oh my gosh.
It's like playing a game of Rose Waddle. I'm like, oh, look, she's somewhere there in the background.
Yeah, I think just generally speaking, in terms of performance on the returning queens, James was at the top for me. Then Kimora was just kind of in the middle because like Kimora was there. Kimora did the job.
Okay.
And I don't know. I really didn't feel from Tempest. Like Tempest.
I will give Tempest some credit here because she did the most with her team. Like, she was like, here, you got to make jokes about this, use that, don't use that. Like, she really led her group. Kimora sat there, did what she did best. She looked pretty. Like, I think Kimora has the most time to cook. Tempest could cook a little bit more. James is ready and primed to go. You can tell.
Yes.
Tempest needs a little bit more time, but I feel like if she wanted to compete again, she wouldn't be the first out this time. So
we've talked plenty about our returning girls. How do we feel about the performance of our actual competing drag queens.
Do we not have? Oh, we don't have clips of their.
I don't have any like pictures or anything for that. I was a lazy whore with my
Here's the
slideshow this
thing.
week.
Ow! Sorry, my cat jumped
Oh,
on me. The thing with this challenge is you're supposed to be like taking the piss out of for just $5 a week, you too can save the starving puppy from being in this commercial. And it seems like they all took that job a little too seriously. Like the only standouts were Bosco and Angie, and everyone else kind of played it straight.
Yeah.
And so,
well, I think part of that had to do with the fact that Rue straight up told them that you can't show the joke in your eyes. You have to be dead serious, commit to the joke.
I think this was bad instructions. I think what Rue was saying is to take a bit and stay committed to it, but it read as like you have to play this straight, which you don't have to. Just like Bosco didn't play it straight, but also Bosco was committed to what she was doing.
Right.
You know, like Angie wasn't playing it straight when she was like, wait, who's that? Like, that's not being like taking the commercial seriously, but she was still committed to what she was doing. I think that's what Rue was trying to say. It just, they really misinterpreted that because that was not clear and it really led all of them astray. And
yeah, I think later.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, I think two other standouts for this week were Maddie and Willow. Willow really stuck to a great bit. Maddie is a writing, like I love everything that Maddie writes. I feel like they're not giving her enough credit for writing some great bits, and then they're not editing her best takes into the final product.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, she's being very needy. But I do think that what are we doing? Okay. Yeah, I think Maddie is doing really well in these challenges as a whole. How loud is this purring? Because I might have to put her down.
Oh wow.
Oh, I can't hear it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is doing really well in these challenges. Ow. But girl, that is my neck. Okay, okay. You are very cute. I will give you this, but like you're also being kind of a menace.
It's gonna be such fun to edit audio wise.
Sorry, I'll put her away. Hang on. Roxy. Okay, can I grab you? Give me a second. You wanna jump? You wanna jump?
She's here to make it clear.
Right.
No, she's straight up saying this is my podcast now. You be gone, kitten. Yes, go. This is my life. Quick hold.
Her eyes are so pretty.
Very cute. She's like,
oh my god.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the rubs. Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, there you go. Anyway,
I love it.
Squawk at me. This thing.
But no, so Maddie Morphosis is doing good. I think we just need to find the challenge.
It's also like she's not doing bad, and like judges aren't recognizing her efforts, I find. Which I don't know if they're trying to do because they're scared to like put the straight person on a pedestal. Like I don't know. Like
right.
Yeah.
I'm a little frustrated. What I was frustrated with, we'll get more into this in Untucked. Daya was really feeling her oats for someone who did a plain middle
really,
of the road.
Yeah.
Feeling it.
Oh yeah.
Like, ma'am, I don't know if you watched the same clip as I did, but you were fine.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them had that. I feel like most of the girls were like
had the spirit of delusion on her. She was feeling the French vanilla fantasy.
She prayed to her altar of Gia Gunn in the morning. Like she was feeling
made
the
a sacrifice to Valentina. Like
yeah, no, I don't know what all of them were thinking because I was like, all of you basically had the same performance except for two of you stood out.
Yeah, like, exactly. Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to like actively discuss this challenge because they all
a lot of them just kind of blended. This is a very safe week. I think most of the commentary has to come from the runways,
which is interesting because they in UK3 Rue had a freak out moment saying, "You all bombed this challenge. You all suck." I remember almost all of those performances. Yeah, she was so mad she didn't hand it a single win.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, when you're not handing out money, it's a lot easier to not, say, oh, there's no winner this week.
Yeah.
Nobody gets the badge.
But then I remember almost all of their individual performances in that challenge. I could not tell you over what 3 queens did this week. Like,
right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we get back to the workroom for elimination day. They're all getting in their drag, their driggity drag. And we get this mirror moment. First of all, we get to hear the spirit of delusion on multiple people.
Yeah.
But then we get this moment with Willow Pill, Carrie, and Angie, which I noticed that Willow is getting ready in what was Cornbread spot.
Oh.
I have a comment about this.
Let's hear it.
So have you noticed that like all the queens of color are kind of on their own little corner? And Willow, it's the BOC queens and Willow, and I'm like, Willow is that one girl who was kind of chill enough to hang with the black girls, and then doesn't like get shat on for being white. Like that's Willow,
right?
I'm like, good for you.
So we get this really, this moment talking about Willow's medical problems and how at 26 she feels like she's, deteriorating at what's supposed to be the prime of her life.
Yes.
That hit really hard.
Yeah, that was really sad. I felt
this
so
was
bad
really
for her.
sad to listen to. And I really felt for Willow for being open about the struggle and like just kind of where she's at right now.
Yeah.
I will say, Jake, I have a question.
Oh.
Do Denver queens have to have some sort of crippling disability?
I don't know what it is. And I think Rue is looking for a disabled like Denver queen. That's it.
Every time a Denver queen gets casted, she has like a terminal illness, and I'm like,
oh shit,
rah, like I get.
What about
story,
Nina?
But
oh yeah, wait.
Nina was Ohio. Yeah.
Nina Flowers.
Oh shit, you're right. She was from Colorado, huh?
Yeah, Denver queen.
Totally forgot about that. Good call. Okay, fair. Never mind. Conspiracy theory.
It's Edie's drag family. That's got to be it.
Like you got to have at least 2 wonky eyelashes to be part of this house,
So we get this moment. I really don't remember any other big mirror moments in this episode.
Yeah, George's talking. Was it George's talking about when they first did
doing drag at 16?
Yes, that was cool, and just like how like supportive their parents were, and how they like showed up for them and like filled the bar. I'm like, that's fucking cool.
Yes.
Like it's really cool to hear like those like supportive stories and everything. So
it's like a repeat of the everybody's talking about Jamie story.
God no. But yeah, no, I was really wildly impressed that her parents supported her that young. Like that's really cool. You
can also just see the experience from 16 to what, 22, 23.
So she's definitely a performer, which we'll get to. But I kind of also felt bad for Jordan when she was like, all my friends said I wouldn't be good at the comedy and the acting challenges, and then you could tell that she took that with her into the challenge. Like she was in a bad
she's definitely in her head about it.
Yeah.
Also, she needs better friends. Fuck her friends.
Like honestly,
what kind of friends say that? That's fucked up. Yep, I agree.
All right, so we get all our girls in drag ready to go. Here are our judges this week. We have Ava Max as our guest judge,
also known as nondescript pop girl, because like between Ava Max and God, is it BB Rexa? Could not tell you the difference between the two. Like
during All Stars, right?
Oh, I guess
BB Rexa.
See, that's how nondescript she is. I don't even remember she was a judge. Like,
oh yeah. And I don't remember where I saw it, but someone was like, you know what? She hit all of the pop star guest judges drag race tropes of, oh wow, I would wear that to perform. This is the greatest day of my life, Rue.
We'll get to what she said to Jasmine because I about lost my mind. I was like, you would wear that? Really?
I am kind of living for this dress that Rue's got on.
Oh, this is cute. This was a good moment for Rue.
Loving it. Michelle and Ross look like Michelle and Ross.
Yes.
Yep.
I love that Michelle's really just got this one little curly Q of gray this time.
Curly Q. And yeah, Miss, I was gonna call her BB, but it's not. Ava here in this awful wig. Wow,
the wig is awful. I do like the cut
that away
of the gown. I like just like that little C cut there.
Looking like little Miss Carrot Cake's rotted sister. Like I just no. Also, she needs a better wig because she was bleeding into the background when she was sitting at the judging table. I was like, I fully expect her to be like the like thing in Doctor Who of just the face stretched out, like moisturize me.
Oh my God, not the Lady Cassandra call out. So we're gonna go ahead and get into these runways, starting with Georges.
This was cute.
Yes.
That's kind of all.
Yeah.
It was cute, but then what was underneath? Why you would cover that up? Beyond me.
Also, like when I saw her messing around with it untucked, I was like, this is kind of big on you, isn't it? Like the corset, have you noticed? Like it was like a little further out than it should be, I think.
Yeah.
The hair was really nice. Props to you. That hair was moisturized and it looked so nice.
It looked like expansive.
Oh, yes. That was some good hair. That was some good hair.
Love the feathers here. I thought it was a nice little addition. Good look all around.
Cute. I mean, I don't think it's great, but
no, I mean it's good.
Yeah.
Scary Carrie.
This was Scary Carrie.
I'm glad that she did something different.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I do this and cover up like the skirt, love it. The second I'm looking at that skirt, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I think I'm no seamstress, but that does look like just a piece of fabric wrapped around your waist.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Like, props to you, as Amber said. She did something different that I wasn't expecting from her, which good job. Great versatility. We love to see it. But that's
we stand character progression.
That skirt was rotted. Like,
yeah.
I feel like she expected to have to lip sync and has something under that skirt.
She better have.
Because what the hell?
I don't want another lip sync like last performance where she just kind of bops into one spot.
Yeah.
But it's okay. She'll still win somehow.
Yeah. So, Angeria Paris Van Michaels.
Oh,
Angie.
I wanted to like this so
Angie.
bad.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
It didn't fit her. And it was the first time. And I think this is unfair because we're granting Angie on a harder curve than the rest because all of her runners have been impeccable.
Yes.
And so this time she gave a 9 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. And we were like,
well, here's what gets me right. We've seen Angie wear like a breastplate regularly.
Yes. Yeah.
And it looks like here she just said, no, I won't. And like the outfit calls for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why it wasn't fitting her right, because it seemed like there needed to be some filler.
Yeah.
And if the dress was literally cut in just a way that it was made for a flat chest, I'd have been here for it. I would have been all about it.
Yeah.
I agree. So like this wasn't bad. It just Angie's been so phenomenal. This bitch has not been safe once. She's never been lower than high all season so far. Like people better be scared at this point because Angie's coming for that crown. But yeah, this was just a minor letdown. But it was still really good. Like
I mean, face still right, hair still right.
Yeah.
Body's right.
Just about everything else. Yeah.
Like
All right. Deja Sky
looking like the only woman at Sunday Mass. Like, oh, she knew everyone's secret. She was gonna go to a fancy Easter dinner after this.
She is that bitch in the Baptist church.
Yep.
What is up with Deja pants? And why don't they pants ever fit right? Like, I was just
yeah.
I don't think it's this is bad, but like there is a lot of fabric in this pants, and you don't want to just tighten that just a little bit.
I love this mask going on here. That's
Disagree.
gorgeous.
That mask
Really
is cheap. I'm so sorry. I hate it.
Okay, maybe I don't know. I love the concept of it.
I thought
like the translucent.
I will give you this. But yeah.
All right.
I'm just saying there were two bunnies on the runway. This one was not my favorite.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I'm going to disagree on that one, but we'll get there. Maddie Morphosis in what I think is the best look I've seen her in all season.
Love this one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love this one so much.
I love that the cloud lights up.
Yeah, you didn't see it on the stage lights.
Can't really see it on the stage lights, but
oh, does it? I didn't even notice. That's cool.
She posted on her Instagram. It does light up. You just could not see it on this.
Oh, that's cool.
I would have taken the Instagram picture from it, but it crops out a good deal of the outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I wish there was some color in this somewhere. Like even she just had like a lightning bolt down her face. Like it's all just gray all the way down. And I would have liked something.
It reminded me of Evie's fringe look from season 11 with the jellyfish, because you had like that big top and then the.
But then you make this comparison, and I like that one better then.
Oh, yeah. Like I still loved Evie's look 1,000 times more.
I do think this was a great night for Maddie. Mm-hmm. I just think I would have added something so she didn't just look like a gray blob walking down the runway. Just so there's something else for the eye to catch. But I did like this a lot.
Sure. All right, Jasmine Kennedy. More Poison Ivy.
Bye. This was awful. I swore Jasmine was going to be in the bottom when I saw this runway, because I was like, this is atrocious.
I don't think it's god awful, but like bad, it gives me Poison Ivy. It doesn't give me spring.
I think the bodice is nice. Like the corset is really nice. It's detailed really nicely. I find the red fringes to be really cheap looking. And then here's the thing. The only compliments the judges gave her on this runway is like, oh, you look like Alyssa Edwards. But that does not give points to Jasmine. That gives points to Alyssa. Right. And I think at that point, that makes those positive critiques kind of null and void.
And then we come back to, it's okay because you're Alyssa.
Exactly.
I will say, as soon as I heard you look like a young Alyssa Edwards, I'm like, oh.
That was rude. That was really rude.
Miss Paul.
Miss Paul just called
I need you to come out, meet me in the parking lot. All right. Orion story. Hate it.
I love this.
I loved it. Yeah.
This is just Playboy Bunny. Like I'm not getting spring. I'm just getting Playboy Bunny.
I'm getting Easter Bunny. That's what I thought she was doing. So I was like,
okay.
I know.
I like
I get that that's what she was going for. It doesn't like the look is great. I just feel like it doesn't meet the assignment as well as Deja's.
Okay. I disagree, but
sure.
I understood what Orion was doing more than I understood what Deja was doing. Yeah. I also think when we talk about sexy bunnies on the runway, they've been done quite a few times. This one was my favorite. Plastique, canceled. You're done. Sorry. This one was my favorite of those. And now something I will critique Orion on is Orion, I've noticed when she paints what's there. It's not drag makeup. It's just very I'm a woman makeup. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What Orion's issue is, she's giving me ASMR makeup, which is it's barely there. We're just gonna put a brush of blush on and maybe just a tiny blushes, and then we're good to go. And I'm like, ma'am, this is Drag Race.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But
we're just gonna put a little bit of blush on, and it's going to be so nice.
This video is sponsored by the greatest seltzer in the world.
Thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring today's episode.
Sometimes I just like to cry myself to sleep at night.
One day we'll be sponsored. And we're just going to whisper sensually into the microphone.
Sponsored by Subway.
Oh no. So anyway, no, I don't know. Not my favorite. It wasn't my favorite look on the runway tonight.
Okay, fair enough.
Willow Pill,
exact
opposite.
My favorite.
Loved it.
Yeah, this was my favorite.
Favorite look.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like this, and then I realized this look really is nothing if you remove the hat, like the house.
Yes, but that's like, I think that's supposed to be the focus.
Yeah.
Is that it's supposed to be like a spring cleaning, like, oh my gosh, lovely spring house.
I did not get spring cleaning from this. She had a little house on the prairie on her head, and I was like, this is cute, but like, I don't understand how this is related to spring. Why is there a baby in the house? Like, I was really confused. She got me again. Like, when she turned around and said help on the back, I was like, that's fierce. I love that. But I was like, what?
What I respect so much is that the bitch is wearing a wig under the house.
Fair enough. Know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I will say also detail-wise, I like that the hat on her head matches the hat on her dress. Like, that's cute. I'm here for the through line, but this didn't really tell me spring personally.
I don't know. I picked it up. Like, you get the greens, the flowers.
Yeah.
But all right. Next up, Diabetes serving us laying on the ground about to be stomped by Asia O'Hara.
Yikes. Too soon? Question mark. Are butterflies still in this year? Anyone want to say?
Well, they're very difficult to get out of the grooves in the shoes, so they are still in there.
Anyway.
Oh my God. I don't know how I felt about this one. I don't know. The makeup kind of weirded me out.
Remember what I said about remember what I said about Orion's makeup when she walked into the workroom for the first time, and how I hated that around the eye look.
Yeah,
I still hate it.
Yeah, no, I don't like it either.
Also, like, I didn't like this look. I would have liked it more if, like, you had something like a fascinator going on or a more interesting hair. I just felt this was kind of meh. And if you want to be giving Madame Butterfly tonight, then you better do it like Laganja and be literally dripping in butterflies and have giant butterflies coming out of your head. Like, that was good. And this kind of feels lazy.
Yeah, I feel like she definitely could have done more with it. It's a safe look.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lady Camden.
This was my other favorite.
Yes.
Yeah. This one was so cool.
This was drag.
Yeah.
Like, it was good. I liked it at first, and then I noticed she had tea bags for earrings. Then I noticed the bitch stoned the earrings. Did you stone those tea bags? Like, that was fierce. And then she tipped her head over.
Yeah.
And it all came splashing down. I was like, oh,
she tipped her over and poured her out.
Poured her out. And
that was so cool.
Out. This was good. This was good high camp drag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lady Campton. Okay.
You think you're clever, don't you?
Bosco. I loved this.
I loved it too.
I was very concerned when she first walked out and had just like this big gray poof.
She looked
I'm
like a loofah.
No.
Yeah. I was
not
like,
Miss Vanjie showed you no
loofah.
silhouette have an ass.
Well, like,
right.
I knew this was going to be a reveal because I was like, no way Bosco's just going to walk down this running and just poof. Like, there's something going on, or there better be.
Yeah.
And then she revealed, and I was like, a typical day in Seattle. We love to see it.
I do love that she talked about how she does a seasonal affective disorder number in Seattle. I'm like, that is the most Seattle shit I've ever heard.
Right.
Bosco has done some weird shows. She once got on stage in hoofs and then gave birth to a the horse baby.
What?
It's wild. Come
on, Equus.
Like, where's Daniel Radcliffe when you need him? No, I was like, this is good drag, clean.
Yes.
Do I think I like Maddie's cloud better than this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
but I did too.
I like Maddie's cloud more, but I like this final look more.
Yeah, this was nice. I like this a lot.
Yep. And then we get a lovely return for our three queens. Tempest du jour. I feel like they weren't given the
I was going to say,
prompt.
This doesn't tell me
I don't think so either.
I don't think they were given the prompt. They're just like, what do you want to walk in? And this is very Tempest.
Posted her look with the caption "Spring has sprung." So I'm like, so it seemed like she knew what was going on, but then did Tempest not get CC'd in the email? Like, what happened?
Right.
I think they just told them, come wear some signature shit.
Right.
And so this is good for Tempest. I like this look on Tempest.
Thank you. I don't think this is good, but this is good for Tempest. Yes. And I think that's the distinction that needs to be made here.
I mean, it's still old bitch.
Right.
Yeah. The old bitch. The big bitch.
Look at that bloated bitch in that box.
Oh my god.
Jonah. She's a hoe.
Okay. So yeah, Tempest is your hi shapeshifters. James got that all-stars face already.
Oh yeah, she's ready. Also this wig I was obsessed with. Oh my god. Hair. The higher the hair, the closer to God. Yes, sir.
This is giving me season 9 entrance.
Oh yeah, but like an elevated season 9 entrance. This is like her. You know how All-Stars is to redo runways now, where they like remake a runway that they didn't do too well in. This was that for, I think, for James. Like she redid her entrance look, and it looks so good.
Absolutely.
Titties
I was just
out,
waiting for the puppet.
Shoulders out. Dignity gone. Like, I'm here for this.
Honestly, I want to see if we get her on All Stars. There better be a Everybody Loves Puppets challenge, because I swear to God,
she would win.
She'd win. And finally,
summer diamonds, summer not.
Kimora Hall walks in and wins the runway.
Mm-hmm.
This was gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
I really
now, last time we talked about, we don't find it as impressive when a queen literally owns the garment. With Cara Colby and the Versace dress.
Right. Well, I think because the challenge for that was to recreate a J-Lo look. I don't have a problem with them just wearing a designer because like, let's be real, this has become RuPaul's designer race.
Which I think is a shame. I miss the old seasons where Ben Lacrum was running around with a hot glue stick and some hope and a prayer, and then made an immaculate dress. You know, like
Mo Hart running around with glitter and Jesus.
Right. Like there's something about drag that should always feel crafty and not in the shady pageant way. Like it should feel like the queen worked on it, and I don't like that it's become who can pay the most designers.
Right.
So I think that takes this away from me just a little bit, because I'm like, you just have Bob Maxey connections, which I think is awesome, good for Kimora, and I think she looks stunning. But for me, it's like, it's the same thing when Carrie wore the it's the same thing when Kimora wore the Versace dress. I'm like, this is gorgeous. I just feel like, what do you bring with your drag? Like, where's your POV?
Definitely. I do want to know how long it took her to get into this.
Oh, I bet she had
I want to know if she has managed to cut it down.
Yeah, and then when she left the stage, Rue was like, I want that dress in every color.
Leave that in my office.
And I was like, yes, correct.
Imagine Rue walking down the runway with like one of the veils.
Gorgeous.
Okay, so those are the looks that we saw on the runway, and these are the looks that we would have seen our eliminated queens in. June Jambalaya in this lovely floral, beautiful gowns with, the boot and the robe. I'm describing it for our podcast listeners.
It again seems to be like there's too much fabric. Does June just have an issue with things not fitting her just right? Like,
I feel like if she was walking the runway in this, it would have like billowed.
She would have tripped.
Yeah.
I don't know that she would have tripped because it's not in front of her.
Yeah.
She would have found a way to trip. But no, it's like this white fabric with like blue and yellow like highlights on it. It is really pretty.
It's a gorgeous,
And then we come to Alyssa Hunter.
Oh my gosh.
The bitches better be praying and thanking that she wasn't on this week, because she would have ate them up.
Like with this hibiscus
like
dream.
Yeah, this is like the hibiscus variant of what Akira wore in All Stars with that giant pink flower. This is amazing.
Yeah, this one's gorgeous. Yeah.
I want to know what the reaction would have been like when you've still got it like dragging behind you and you just got this big old thing sticking out of the top of your head.
Yeah.
And then I could just literally hear Rue, oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. So we go into our critiques and we get this the situation for the week. Bosco, Lady Camden, and Angeria in the top with Bosco winning. And then Jasmine, Georges, and Orion low with Georges and Orion in the bottom two. And unfortunately, Miss Cornbread, the snack chate, having departed.
Yeah.
Was medevac.
I mean, that's what it was. She was evacuated.
Well, it wasn't even that. Reasons. It wasn't even that like the fracture took her out. It was that she left the bubble.
Right.
She left the COVID safety.
Oh yeah, that too.
So how do we feel about placements this week?
So, I mean, like I said, they all kind of did the same thing. So this is fine. Like, I don't have major. I think Jasmine should have lip synced over Georges just on runway alone. But that's just me.
I would have. This might be a hot take. I would have swapped out Angie and Maddie. Okay. I think both of their runways were comparable. And I think just Maddie with the writing ability.
I think Maddie's writing was good, but I remember Angie's performance more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I would have put Maddie somewhere in high this week.
I would have put Maddie in the high placement over Lady Camden.
Okay.
Because I don't think Lady Camden did anything too noteworthy in her performance.
I have a hard time putting anything over that runway.
I think that runway was fantastic. But
I think that runway was my favorite for the whole night.
Her performance was meh, in my opinion. But since we are here, safe girls go to Untucked. And Miss Diabetes has a lot to say for someone who did just fine.
Yeah.
Like
the editing here, go ahead and talk about Diabetes. We'll come back to.
So she's in there and she's like, I just really think everyone in my group was in the top and I wasn't in the top, and I just really wish I had feedback to know what I could be doing better. And I'm like, girl, this is a lot of emotions for safe. You're here another week, chill out, it's okay. But Deja was not feeling it because
the editing was really coming after Deja this week. I feel
Deja
like she was just like in a little bit of a snippy mood, and they edited her just as a
like cutting eyes the entire time.
You could you could just hear like them copy pasting rattlesnake noises.
It was aggressive. I don't think I still think Deja's a great person. I just think she had a bitchy moment. And like, I don't have a bitchy moment. Like,
and it's like
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, like, it's a competition and it's gonna get stressful, and I feel like they definitely edited it out, like, to make her look like she's being way more of a bitch than she actually
think
was.
She might be getting the villain edit.
What?
Just judging by the tease that we got for next week's episode.
It's weird because during the Meet the Queens, when they were like, oh, like, do superlatives for your cast, everyone voted Deja to be like the mom figure and like the caring figure of the group.
Oh yeah.
So
we'll see.
Yeah, that seems really weird.
But she might get
really forced.
She might not get the villain edit, but she might get a villain arc.
Yeah.
Like a 1 or 2 episode deal.
Yeah.
With that, our bottom two are Georges and Orion Story, who are going to lip sync to a song that I only knew from Vine.
Same. And I'm kind of mad. And see, the issue with that is, like, that's not even Ava Max's hook. Like, that was Around the World by ATC.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
You just mocked that and made it worse. I was mad. Like,
I was kind of mad about that too, because that original song is pretty good. So.
Georges,
Cat, if you can hear her, she has a lot to say today.
Georges straight up murdered Orion Story on stage.
Oh yeah, we witnessed the murder today.
Like, this wasn't even a lip sync assassin moment. This was like a lip sync atom bomb. Bitch never stood a chance.
Do something, Orion. Like, Orion, let's go.
Orion kicked off those shoes.
Okay, actually, she didn't kick them off. They fell off. She talks about it on her Instagram live.
But still.
Yeah,
those shoes came off and you're like, oh no.
Like we're done.
And that
I mean,
wig,
we were done when we started, but now it's like you're done, you know.
And that wig line retreating like Orion should have.
Seriously. So yeah, easy victory for Miss Georges.
Easy victory.
I am very happy that Georges is at least in the bottom. I'm not saying I hate Georges, but I felt like there were some placements that I felt were mighty sus. Speaking of sus, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would just like to address an event that occurred.
Oh, I thought we were going to get to that in just a moment, but we can definitely talk about it now.
So let me just say, I gotta wait for the episode to air on Amazon because I don't have a way to catch it live, mainly because I work and so I don't have a time to like actually make time for it when it's on the air. And Jake puts in our group chat, he's like, yo, like, have y'all seen the episode yet? Because I need to discuss. And I'm like, nope, not yet. I need to wait for it to be on Amazon. And
so I, having just gotten off work, I use NordVPN and WoW Presents Plus to watch Drag Race. And so I'm, messing around on my computer because I've got a placement chart that I'm about to show in just a minute here. And so I, without thinking, fresh off work brain, take a screen grab of my placement chart, including this week's episode, and I just drop it right into the chat without even thinking twice.
And no like disclaimer, no nothing. So I just see new message. I'm like, okay, cool. What are we looking at? And then the first thing I see is cornbread left. And I'm like, excuse me? What? What are we doing? So I quickly exit out. I'm like, the fuck? Like,
so I do unsend it before Amber gets the chance to see it. But I felt so awful. So I did re-edit the placement charts so they could see what I'm working on without spoiling shit. But yeah, don't drag race and work
at the same time, I guess. But Orion, tangent aside, Orion sashays away. I like her.
Pulls out the chocolate bar.
It's chocolate.
It's chocolate.
Oh, I laughed so hard because she pulled it out and she looked like the saddest Easter bunny. Like I was like, this is amazing. Funny enough, this promo looks like chocolate. So foreshadowing. I like her when she left the entrance, the runway. She's like, "You already got it," and I was like,
"Yeah." That was great.
I do love that her mirror message is just a little longer this time. Bitch, y'all put up a damn fight. I love you all so much. Keep being your absolutely beautiful selves. Peace, love, and meatballs.
Something to address. We read an interview with Orion where it was clear she was not in the good headspace to be competing. Apparently she was homeless and couch surfing before she got here, and was struggling with like substance abuse.
And had just gotten clean when she arrived on set.
So I can't imagine going through that without your safety net and your security system. That like Katya talked about this a little bit on season 7 about like not having those people you can talk to when you're struggling with recovery from that. Being stressful. And Katya was sober for like 5 years at that point. I can't imagine being fresh off the boat like that.
That's a lot.
And just having no one to talk to. That must have been really weird.
Absolutely.
It sounds like a lot. Speaking of Orion, they're Untucked released this. Oh my god, you are a mess. Untucked released this thing where she was reading her notes, and apparently Georges had like a crush on Orion.
I saw that.
Which was never brought up at all.
I think I missed that part.
Yeah, like Georges was like, I was like, hey, I kind of have a crush on you. Let's keep talking. And I'm like, y'all were talking? You didn't show that in the episode. Like,
I remember watching that. I was
that's coming up at the reunion.
I hope something happens.
I was like, this could have been storyline that you just didn't use, I guess. I don't know. And it was weird. Orion barely had any confessional on the episode she was booted on. Like all she did was talk about feeling confident, and then she went home. And I was like, this was weirdly edited. I don't know.
Georgia saw how she popped that balloon and went, damn.
Yeah. She's like, Orion will do all the work for me.
Yeah. So the infamous placement chart.
Oh yeah, the chart that broke the internet.
At least broke 3 people's internet.
Yeah.
So really, I'm really liking being able to visualize it now. And yeah, it's like exactly like you said, Angie hasn't been anything short of high so far this season.
So I'm just trying to make sense of your color scheme real quick.
Oh yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Honestly, the color scheme is going to change based on what the PowerPoint theme is.
Okay.
But I'll try to keep like blues and greens for wins and reds and yellows and whatnot for going home and lows.
It's like, what is this? A beige for safe? A sand? I don't know. Hey. But yeah. Yeah. Good for Angie, Miss Van Michaels.
Yeah. It kills me to see Cornbread so low on this chart, knowing that she's not going to get any higher than that.
Yeah.
But all right. Next week, we've got another design challenge.
Do you think Deja will actually be in the top on this one?
I don't know, but Maddie, you in danger, girl.
Yeah. A little scared.
Actually.
I think Deja will do well. I think Angie's going to do well. I can't see Angie doing anything lower than safe on this.
Yeah. I think Carrie and Maddie are going to be our bottom 2.
Yeah.
I'm making the bet now.
Depending if the judging on Georges is fair or not, Georges might be in the bottom this week again too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Lady Camden a sewer? She was kind of just safe for.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I think she's a pretty good designer based on that wedding dress look that she did.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know then. Yeah.
But yeah. So.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us today. Go out there, say, oh my God.
You just got attacked.
She leaped.
Whoa.
My cat just jumped.
Is she going to jump from there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She pulled a lemon. So go out there.
That was successful. She pulled a nausea.
Yeah. Oh, you true. Go out there, say hi to your mom, tell her you love her. Go walk some children in nature. And
save a queen.
Save a queen. Shave a queen. And just remember to let go and let God.
I'm loving these affirmations. Thank you.
I know, this is great, Myles. Thank you.
It's a great way to end
today.
Meanwhile, and I will take care of my kitty.
Who's digging, and I can see those claws.
I know those claws are like.
She's doing the most here. I love you, but like, please don't hurt me. Yeah, I don't know if she's covering the mic or not, but
well, so I'll go ahead and do the plugs while you deal with Roxy there.
Knox.
Knox?
How'd you get Roxy?
Knox. I think you said Roxy earlier, and I said she's here to make it clear, and you didn't correct me.
Oh no, I said Noxy because that's just me being annoying with her.
Knox. Okay. Well, anyway, follow us on Facebook, Questions and Queries, YouTube, all that good stuff. Check out our socials, musical_Myles on Twitter. That's MUSICAL_MYLES.
You got it.
Amber Nicole Burke on Instagram and Twitter. And then at Jake Jansen Music on just about everything. I think I'm on Tumblr now too.
Whoa.
We are spreading that presence.
I'm through 2005.
Shit. 2012 Tumblr, nothing. All right. Well, I think that's it.
Knox, any final words? No, you went dinner, huh? Okay.
Oh, now she's got nothing to say.
I know.
Now she's quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.